Welcome to Hoops Archives, where we focus on sharing real and interesting player stories on and off the NBA court. Subscribe to our channel to help you discover a more interesting NBA. This man's screaming into the camera. His name is Ryan Rollins. Just moments ago, he buried one jumper after another, dropping a career-high 32 points to take down the very team that once gave up on him, the Golden State Warriors. You'd never believe it, just over a year ago, he nearly threw his entire NBA career away for stealing body wash and candles. At barely 20 years old, the label stuck fast: injury-prone, head case, problem player. His basketball journey looked like it was about to end before it ever truly began. But life's funny that way: cut by one team because of injury, dumped by another because of shoplifting, and now reborn in Milwaukee. Ryan Rollins' story is far more fascinating than any regular season box score. Born in 2002 in Detroit, Michigan, Rollins came from a blue-collar family. His father was a forklift driver who clocked in before dawn every day. His mother had spent more than 20 years as an accounts manager at a local paper company. Ryan was the middle child, with an older brother ahead of him. When he was 6, his parents saved enough money to move the family out of Detroit's rough northwest side to the safer suburb of Macomb. Better schools, quieter streets, and a real chance for their boys to grow up healthy. The only downside? Hardly any basketball culture. So every night, his parents would drive 45 minutes back into the city so their sons could face real competition on real courts. All that sacrifice paid off. Both brothers became well-known local players. But Ryan himself was a classic late bloomer. In high school, he was skinny, undersized, and overlooked by every major college program. Even though he averaged 25.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists as a senior, recruiters questioned the competition level, and his quiet personality didn't help. He wasn't loud, didn't bark orders, didn't fit the alpha mold coaches love. But one man saw what others missed: Todd Kowalczyk, head coach at the University of Toledo. He spotted Rollins as a sophomore and told his assistants, "That kid's gonna be a pro someday." Toledo wasn't exactly a basketball powerhouse. They hadn't produced an NBA player in decades. But for a 3-star recruit ranked barely inside the national top 350, it was the right fit. Kowalczyk believed in him, and Rollins responded fast. Major minutes as a freshman, then a breakout sophomore year: 18.7 points, 6 boards, 3.6 assists, 1.7 steals, shooting nearly 47% from the field. He led Toledo to back-to-back MAC regular season titles and declared for the NBA draft. June 2022. The finals weren't even over yet when Steve Kerr stayed late after practice, doing his own workout. He glanced over to a nearby court, where 6 prospects were going through a Warriors pre-draft workout, and one kid immediately caught his eye. Smooth change of pace, crisp pick-and-roll reads, aggressive defense. This kid just looked different. Kerr turned to Mike Dunleavy Jr. and asked, "Who's that?" Dunleavy told him, "Ryan Rollins, the staff loves him." Draft night came, and after 40 picks, Rollins was still on the board. Then GM Bob Myers called the Atlanta Hawks, who held pick number 44, to trade up. The Hawks wanted Golden State's 51st pick plus $2 million in cash. That was an ownership call. Joe Lacob approved it without hesitation. "Thank God he was willing to spend that money," Myers later said. The Warriors didn't really need another guard, but Rollins' mix of scoring touch, length, and defensive upside was too good to pass up. Confidence soaring, Rollins entered his rookie year, then fate struck. A pre-summer league physical revealed a fracture in his right fifth metatarsal. He missed the entire summer league. Even though he recovered quickly enough to make the regular season roster, he soon realized he wasn't just out of the rotation. He barely even got the chance to hand out towels on the sideline. In total, he appeared in only 12 games, averaging just 5.2 minutes and 1.9 points per game. The Warriors sent him down to the G League again and again, and things only got worse. His right foot flared up, and the same fifth metatarsal fractured a second time. Another surgery. Season over. When that year ended, the Warriors let him go. In the summer of 2023, as part of the trade that brought Chris Paul to Golden State, Ryan Rollins was tossed in as a small, almost invisible piece, shipped off to the Washington Wizards. Washington was rebuilding, so opportunity awaited, or so it seemed. 10 games later, they cut him. Fans were shocked. His defense looked promising, his contract was cheap, why waive him? Then the court documents surfaced. 7 shoplifting incidents at the same department store, each under $1,000, groceries, body wash, candles. Technically petty theft, but impossible to explain. He was making $2.3 million guaranteed. He wasn't broke. People started wondering if something was wrong with him mentally. Injury-prone, mentally unstable, petty thief. It felt like every label possible got stapled to his name. His NBA dream looked finished. Then came redemption. The Milwaukee Bucks offered a 2-way contract, his last shot. He grabbed it with gratitude. In the cold of Wisconsin, he found warmth again. During the 2024-25 season, he averaged 6.2 points, shooting 40.8% from 3, not spectacular, but tough-minded, reliable, the kind of 3-and-D guard new coach Doc Rivers could actually trust. That summer, after the Bucks waived an injured Damian Lillard, they rewarded Rollins with a 3-year, $12 million deal, and even brought in Rajon Rondo as a special assistant to mentor him. Originally, he was supposed to be the 6th man. But when starting guard Kevin Porter Jr. went down with an ankle injury after just 1 game, Rollins stepped in and exploded. 13 points in his first start. 14 the next. Then 25 against the Knicks. Before facing Golden State, he was averaging 15.3 points, 4.3 assists, and 3 steals, leading the entire league in steals. After that Knicks game, Giannis Antetokounmpo spent 3 straight minutes in his post-game interview praising him. And when the Warriors came to town, with Giannis sitting out for knee soreness, Ryan Rollins didn't just show up. He went off. 32 points. Career high against the team that once gave up on him. Maybe, just maybe, that game marked the start of something new, a second chance to become the player he was always meant to be.